Today I will discuss the biggest and the most controversial case in the Indian judicial history, K.M. Nanavati vs. State of Maharashtra. When this case was taken in front of a 12-member jury, people like me influenced the jury, which led to a false judgment. This play is about the High Court retrial, wherein Mr. Kawas Minikshaw Nanavati was charged for Prem Ahuja's alleged murder and cancelled the jury's judgment.
The case is between Commander Kavas Manekshaw Nanavati and the state of Maharashtra. I request the prosecutor, Mr. Ram Jethmalani, to begin with the opening statement.
Your Honor, the prosecution's case, in substance, is that on the day of occurrence, when Mrs. Sylvia told her husband of her little intimacy with Mr. Prem Ahuja, the accused lost all his senses, went to the ship, got a revolver and 3 cartridges on a false pretext. Yes, Your Honor, he lied about the gun and the cartridges. He went to Prem Ahuja's bungalow. He entered his bedroom and shot him dead by firing 3 bullets on his chest. The prosecution demands Section 304, Part 1 and Section 302 under the Indian Penal Code for the alleged cold-blooded murder of a respected Sindhi businessman, Mr. Prem Ahuja, by this man, Commander Kavas Manekshaw Nanavati.
Suspect verdict.
Not guilty.
Does defense have a say on it?
The defense states that Mrs. Sylvia told Commander Nanavati that Mr. Ahuja did not promise on marrying her and taking charge of the children. So, Commander Nanavati decided to go and settle the matter with him. He took his wife and children to the cinema, where he dropped them and promised to pick them up after the show got over. He drove to the ship, took the revolver and the cartridges under a false pretext. He intended on killing himself because he was really disturbed by this news. Your Honor, then Commander Nanavati drove to Ahuja's office and not finding him there, drove to his flat. There an altercation took place, and after that altercation a struggle ensued. During that struggle, 2 shots got fired and accidentally hit Mr. Ahuja. Your Honor, the defense denies the grief charges against such an honest man. This was an incident of culpable homicide under sudden provocation, and the defense claims exception 1 and 4 of the section 300 of the Indian Penal Code.
Your Honor, now I would like to call Mrs. Mimi Ahuja into the witness box. So Mrs. Mimi, could you please explain the court? How exactly were your brother and Mrs. Sylvia related?
When Kavas went for naval duties, Prem and Sylvia started becoming close. I could see love for Sylvia in my brother's eyes. Prem even promised Sylvia that he'd marry her if she would leave Kavas. My brother genuinely loved Sylvia, and we all knew that Kavas is a very impatient man. I'm very sure that the moment Sylvia would have told Kavas about her relationship, that very moment he would have gotten extremely angry, and we all know what ultimately happened to Prem. This fight is not between Sindhis and Parsis. This fight is not between a nation-serving commander and a businessman. This is just a case of murder, which this man did, and we all know that.
Your Honor, I would like to call Commander Kavas Manekshaw Nanavati to the witness box to question him.
मैं जो कहूँगा सच के सिवा और कुछ नहीं कहूँगा.
So, Mr. Nanavati, the day you went to Mr. Prem to clarify, could you please tell the court what exactly happened?
That day I was very depressed. I wanted to kill myself. So I went to the ship to get the cartridges. When I went to Prem and asked him to marry my wife, he said, I won't marry every woman I sleep with.
Could you please repeat yourself?
He said he won't marry every woman he sleeps with.
Why exactly did you get the gun and the cartridges on a false pretext from your office?
I was mentally disturbed. I loved my wife and my kids the most. It was like a nightmare for me. Prem being such a good friend, how could he do that to me? I was furious when he said that. I wanted to leave, but he instigated me to such a level that we got into a fight. He snatched the revolver from my pocket, and when I tried getting it back, accidentally 3 shots were fired.
Thank you, Commander Nanavati. Your Honor, I will now like to call Mrs. Sylvia to the witness box.
Ijazat hai.
Sylvia, could you please tell the court what kind of man is Mr. Nanavati? Was he a good husband to you? Was he a good father to your children?
Kavas is a really honest man. The best father my kids could ever have, and even the best husband I could ever ask for. The circumstances were different when he left for 6 to 8 months. I was lonely. Then Prem held my hand. When nobody else stood by my side, I regret every decision that I made in that phase of my life.
Mrs. Sylvia, did you or did you not have physical relations with Prem Ahuja?
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is personally attacking my client.
Objection overruled. Answer him, Mrs. Sylvia.
Yes, I did have physical relationship with Prem.
And when you told your husband about all of this, he lost his senses and shot Prem Ahuja. Isn't it? Answer me, Mrs. Sylvia.
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Ram is influencing my client.
Sustain, Mr. Jaitlal.
Sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor, the facts are clear and straightforward. The prosecution rests their case.
तमाम गवाहों और सबूतों को मद्देनजर रखते हुए ये अदालत इस नतीजे पे पहुंचती है कि कमांडर नानावती कोल्ड ब्लडली मर्डर्ड प्रेम आहूजा with 3 shots fired at his chest. Thus, the court punishes Commander Nanavati under section 302 of the Indian Penal Code with life imprisonment. Thus, the court also concludes that R.K. Karanzia provoked the Parsi community inappropriately using his magazine Blitz.
This was the last case wherein jury was involved. After a few hours, Commander Nanavati was punished. He was pardoned by the Governor of State, Vijay Lakshmiya Pandit, who was sister of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru.